Hello there, folks, and welcome to another edition of
This is just in.
First up in the news, a man in a jetpack was sighted by pilots landing at the Los Angeles airport. They reported seeing the amateur rocketeer flying by their airplanes as they were making their approach for a landing. The communications between the pilot and the air traffic control tower have been released to the public. And listening to the quick back and forth, you can tell this incident was indeed unexpected and unprecedented.
Tower, American 1997. We just passed a guy in a jetpack.
American 1997, okay, thank you. Were they up to your left side or right side?
Off the left side, maybe 300 yards or so, about our altitude.
Okay, American 1997.
We just saw the guy pass by us jetpack.
JetBlue 23, use caution. Person in a jetpack reported 300 yards south of the LA final at about 3,000 feet, 10-mile final.
JetBlue 23, we're heard and we are definitely looking.
And in other news, famous celebrities recently gathered together to broadcast a Facebook group chat with the intent to read parts of books together and sniff their own farts. However, it appeared that one of the celebrities may have been sniffing more than just his own farts. Shia LeBeouf could be seen in the broadcast hanging out in his truck and acting very strange. Leave your guess down below in the comments as to what drug you think Shia was on during this broadcast.
It's Matthew McConaughey.
Howdy, howdy.
Shia doesn't give
Howdy,
a
howdy.
fuck.
Brad Pitt. Hello.
Woo.
Hi. Brad, what character are you going to be reading?
Oddly enough, I will be reading Brad. Brad will be reading the character of Brad.
Notice the sound at the door and opens the door an inch. Jeffrey Spicoli stands in the door, red eyes glistening, his long blonde hair still wet, streaming down the back of his white peasant shirt. He goes to a side street and head back to the party, but instead, the car swings in a complete circle, a circle that includes a
And in other news, the ridiculous antics of Ethan Ralph continue to stack up as the host of the kill stream continues on his downward spiral over his relationship with his girlfriend, Faith. The father of Ralph's teenage girlfriend, Mr. Vickers, recently leaked messages that Ralph had sent the mother of Faith. And in these messages, Ralph dropped a horrifying bombshell. It appears that he has successfully derailed the life of his teenage girlfriend by knocking her up. That's right, according to Ralph, Faith is pregnant. If this is true, I can't help but feel sorry for a kid that's going to have two degenerate parents and a sex tape circulating on the internet that may document the moment of conception. But if you think things have been a dam, you're sadly mistaken. Ralph has started to lash out wildly at people from his past and present. Ethan Ralph recently found himself in a public spat between himself and Nick Recato. After Ralph was seen on Twitter trying to edge WooCommerce into ending the sale of Kiwi Farms merch on the platform, Nick Recato responded with his own tweets that displayed his feelings on Ralph's destructive behavior.
I saw this tweet from Ralph about, lol, I wonder what WooCommerce is going to do when they find out you're using their tech to sell Kiwi Farms merchandise. And he's tagged, he's got a quote tweet of Josh from Kiwi Farms. Okay. So I responded, man, you're on right now talking about people trying to deplatform you. And there's this dweeby little sack of garbage named Jared Holt who runs around trying to deplatform people with articles and a bunch of money from interested parties. And he just wages war on alt-right or whatever. So he's been after Ethan Ralph for a long time. He's targeted guys like Andy Worski before. He's just a sniveling little turd. And Ralph is talking about that in his tweets and on the show. And so I took the opportunity to say, man, you're on right now talking about people trying to deplatform you. Jared Holt is a bitch. Don't be like that. Because Jared Holt is a bitch. And deplatforming, fuck's sake, is just a bitch move, and there's nothing else to it. Now, I didn't think that this was all that bad of a tweet. Ralph responded, and I'll get the full thing up, and says, just because you have Josh's dick in your mouth, and Josh, please, shave. Gross. I'm tired of the Russian floss, if you know what I'm saying. And excuse him trying to deplatform me. That doesn't mean I will. And, you know, for the record, I don't know that I've ever excused Josh for trying to deplatform Ralph. I'm not aware of exactly what he's talking about either. Woo lad, calm down. I don't excuse anyone trying to pull that shit. Deplatforming is a shit move by anyone to anyone. If Josh tried it on you, that is also a bitch move. Maybe y'all should stop. So then he came out. He was really mad about this. He says, well, maybe you shouldn't shoot your fucking mouth off for retweets without messaging me, which is something you've done before. Yeah, I've messaged you when I've had questions, and you know, likely will message you again. That's fine. But I didn't think that this one needed much of a question. I saw the tweet, and I have an opinion about the tweet. I didn't think it was in good taste. All right. So, I wasn't aware that I was on a list of people, or that I had a list of people that I need to refer to before I'm allowed to make a tweet. That's not really how I've ever operated. So, a bit weird, but again, yeah, so I responded, of course, I don't need your permission to tweet, Ralph, and you're acting a bit ridiculous like right now, which I think he is. I think it's a little ridiculous, a little bit of an overreaction in my opinion. So he says, go fuck yourself. So I said, buddy, you need to chill. This is crazy. It is crazy to me. And he says, yeah, it's crazy, but not for the reason you think. And again, this makes me think that there's something else going on there that maybe I wasn't aware of, and that's fine. If he wants to talk to me about that, he can. And then I said, explain it to me. This wasn't intended to piss him off. And it really wasn't. It wasn't intended to piss him off. I just don't think people need to go around deplatforming people. Even tongue-in-cheek ways. These days, guys, it's way too sensitive out there. He says he's on the air doing his job. I've distracted him enough. Didn't actually mean to distract you at all, man. Took the time to take a shot at me without messaging me first and asking anything. I'll respond more after in private if you'd like. I'm done here in public. I don't know that you were done in public. I popped in the shower before the show, so I didn't actually respond after that because there wasn't anything else to say. But I heard that there were some words said on air in public, and I don't know if they were before this tweet or after this tweet, and I don't know what they were other than little snippets of what I've read. And frankly, I don't really care. But if you're gonna talk to me in private, that's fine. Talk to me in private.
I see Nick Rekieta, I guess, tweeted at me on Twitter. I'll pretty much reiterate what I said there. Just because he keeps Josh Moon's dick in his mouth doesn't mean I will, and I never will. He could run his own fucking shit, and I'll run my shit. You know, if he has some more GoFundMes he wants to start up that fail, that's cool. But, you know, it is what it is.
And the temper tantrums from Ralph don't stop there, because just days later, Encyclopedia Dramatica posted an entire piece on Ethan Ralph and his fiery downward spiral. And according to some reports, one of Ethan Ralph's ex-girlfriends was interviewed by Encyclopedia Dramatica to assist him in piecing together the story of Ralph's downfall. Well, this didn't make Ralph happy at all. In fact, he went full force to try and exact revenge. He drafted up an extremely long and scathing article on his own website. But Ralph's article wasn't about Encyclopedia Dramatica. It was about his own ex-girlfriend. And in the article, Ralph blamed his ex for his social security number being leaked in the Encyclopedia Dramatica piece. Well, of course, Ralph couldn't prove that she was responsible for his social security number being leaked, but that did not stop him from making the accusation and writing his article. The article was posted on Ralph's website and immediately met with harsh criticism, mostly due to the footer seen at the end of the hit piece. That's right, at the very end of the article, Ralph includes a link to his ex-girlfriend's workplace and sarcastically requests that readers please do not harass her work and pressure them into firing her from her job. It seems that Ethan Ralph has become the new Jared Holt. Bad form. Absolutely disgraceful. Well, it's been great catching up with you folks. The recent deluge of insanity is giving me an endless supply of topics to cover. And it's honestly been a whole heap of fun covering these events. So before I go, I just want to thank you for enjoying this endless dumpster fire here on This Just In. And to take us out, here's a new song from MC Jarbo dedicated to the shit show that has become Ethan Ralph. And in the song, I actually make a fun cameo. Hello there, folks. Attention! Attention! We are looking for a young girl named Faith. She was last seen escaping the mental ward with a bloated alcoholic. Faith! Faith, if you can hear the sound of my voice, please, just come home!
Has anybody heard from Faith? She's gone AWOL. Left her shit up on the table. Next to the bed with your disabled mother's drip feed cable. She's probably taking the meth to be able to forget the day you thumb raped the a-hole. And that's a taste you can't wash away with mouthwash or Fago. I have faith that she's laying low. Maybe she ain't though. God, Ralph, tell me it ain't so. Tell me that ain't you shoveling shit, having a dig, not knowing you're digging your own grave hole. God's jobs on the payroll. Hey bro, shit, nobody said he was an angel. And banging a girl at that age don't mean shit. She ain't an 8-year-old, but you gotta keep her entertained though. Bust out the makeup, soft toys and Legos, and take time to assemble a whole play zone up in the cracked shack. At a frame though, probably at an angle. The phone got taken away, so I guess we can't know. Gotta start sending news from the payphone. Dude, are you playing with ass or getting your ass played, bro? Wiggum, you better watch this. I ain't used to pulling no punches. I lunge in, and you kept a middleman a hostage, or all three. That's what my hunch is. Do you buy tickets to J-pop concerts? Mix hard liquor and all that soft drinks. Tuck her in, tell her there ain't no monsters. Then put your thumb in the fucker in starfish. Bet when she's laying unconscious, you can get a good strong whip. What you need is a good strong whip. Maybe a drink. How about a good strong fifth? Gator is not true. Gator is not poo. This is something I would normally not do. Let's just fumble around with a bottle cap, take a couple of tabs, and then go for a nap. Jesus Christ, I just had a bad dream about my penis size. But you think it was a nightmare? We were right there, waiting for the erection to materialize. But you had tears in your eyes, and guess that made me realize I probably shouldn't be banging on top. I'll get underneath and lay still till the jump motion stop. So kill the lights and cue the camera, bitch. Look at all the streams that I kill. Can't own a handgun, but damn son, I shoot with a 35 mil. Goddamn right, bitch. You want this 35 mil, dick? Oh shit. Gator! They tell me my eyes will probably never unsee that atrocity. Do it yourself colonoscopy. How could you possibly think that was cool? Do you fucks with me? Triple gut motherfucker. Collard greens. Man, you owe the whole world an apology for that shameful display of coprophagy. With that dirty ass backwater sodomy sided, man. Honestly, that's not what bothers me. More like your fucked up philosophy of copping teens who are popping the Thorazine. I know shit isn't always seen like your definition of what college means. Got lemons and make lemonade. If you're giving women, you give women AIDS. And Ralph, I wonder what you're giving Faith. That she would call back to the ball and the chain. Is it the dick? Nay. Make us for breakfast and dinner every fucking day. And it can't be the sick pay unless you're dealing fucking lemons or working the sex trade. So now you're fucked from both ends, both stuck in a time zone with no friends. Guess you like each other in some ways. Addicts, disowned by both parents.
Holy smokes, folks. We knew this wouldn't be pretty, but who could have seen it getting this bad? Ethan Ralph's pit of despair is so deep we've been falling for weeks, and I'm not sure of the survival rate of reaching the bottom. The only thing I do know is, just when we think it can't get worse, it does just that. Splat! Do you enjoy these videos? Do you want more This Just In? Well, help us grow. Tell your uncaring family, tweet it out to your loser friends, think about me while making love to your spouse. How's about a thumbs up? Maybe check out the Patreon and tip your entertainer. The more feedback these videos get, the more videos I'll make. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to spread the word and tell the world about...
This is just in.